What's going on, everybody? I'm going to do a recap video for you guys here today. Not going to do a watch list one, trying to mix it up a little bit. So today we'll do a market recap, see what's going on in the markets, and we'll also look and see what happened with our trade alerts today. So just give me a couple moments, and I'm going to share out to everybody that we are live, and then I'll be with you guys. Hey friends, we are doing a live market recap video. All right, got the link. Give me another minute or so. I'm going to share it in our trade rooms and all that good stuff. There we go. And let me go up here. There we go. David, you're the best. David is the best. Look at that. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Story of my life. Copy and paste. All right. So, what's up, everybody? For those that were watching this morning, Dan did another killer live session this morning on YouTube. Dan is the man. Dan is the self-proclaimed trend line master. Right? He's the trendline master, guys. I don't know if anybody's better than Dan the man. I surely am not. You're welcome, David. Shout out. So you can follow Dan on Twitter at trendline master. Ignore that he's following lots more people that's following him back. I'm working on his marketing skills. So I was telling Dan that I should maybe get a Twitter handle that says internet marketing master, right? So maybe I can go around saying I'm the internet marketing master and he could be the trendline master, right? Gotta love it. All right, guys. So let's get into things here today. I'm not going to be doing a watch list video for tomorrow. Dan's going to send out the watch list later tonight. We're really trying to mix things up, guys. So kind of show you a few things here. If you haven't been over to our YouTube yet, right over here, or I'm sure you're on our YouTube, but if you haven't really checked it out, you'll start to see here on our videos, what we're going to start doing here is mixing things up a little bit. Let me click on videos over here. So right now I'm doing a little bit of a recap, right? We're doing, trade room live screen shares, and then we do watch lists as well. So we're not going to try and blow up notifications 3 times a day. So, we'll do 1 or 2 a day. There's going to be some days, guys. There's going to be some days we don't do a watch list video, right? There's going to be occasional times we might not do a trade, room one. There's always going to be some content. If some days we can't do a trade room or a watch list video or whatever, you will surely have lots of content to go back and watch that will keep you very, very busy. All right. Right, so we're always going to have something that's going to keep things going. Obviously, you can see just the past 2 weeks alone. Just look at all this. Just massive amounts of content for you guys. So what we're also going to start doing, so we're going to mix it up a little bit. So we'll be mostly doing live morning screen shares. And then, I'll probably bounce it off between a watch list or a recap. The recaps, again, we'll just kind of, what I'll do here is kind of show you recaps of the market, show you what's going on in the markets, and then just pull up some of the trade alerts, see how they happen, what happened for the day, and just kind of show you the patterns, right? I think I've been doing a little bit, we've both been doing a little too much. Like when you're talking 4 hours a day, it little gets to be a little bit too much. So we're going to break it up, try to on a day that we can't do a watch list video for you guys, give you a recap or something like that to keep things really going for you guys, right? Also too, sorry, guys, I don't need tea. I don't need allergy medications. If you ever hear me cough, that's, for me, is a lifetime thing that will never go away. So if anybody wants to offer lozenges or cough medicine or tea or any of those things, it will never work. I've been to every allergy doctor, every medical doctor, nothing will ever work. So if you guys want to hear me moving forward and stuff, you'll hear me coughing. It is what it is. I just try to mute it a bunch, right? Dan, on the other hand, is not a cougher. Dan is a professional, but I think being around me too much, he might start picking up a little bits of cough. So got to watch and say. Anyways, that's my rant. So going back to what I was saying, what we're going to do for you guys as well, we tweaked our trade idea scanner today, and I'm going to start doing some, maybe like 1 day a week or so. We're going to do our live trade room scan, and we're going to do it based upon swing trades. So we're going to try to have 2 live screen shares up where we we'll share the day trading scanner for you guys. But we really want to start helping you and teaching you guys with swing trading. We're going to kind of basically do the same kind of screen share that we do with trade ideas with higher price stocks, probably stocks between $15 to $200. And we're going to show you the bigger movers, what to look for, and basically kind of guide you like what we've been doing in the trade room right now for you guys, and with higher price stocks, so we can start teaching you both sides of the things, because I know there's a lot of people that like swing trading as well and options trading, and we've been focusing again mostly on the small cap stocks. So I think a day or so a week we're going to probably switch it up a little bit and give you things from both sides of the coin, right? Also too, very important with swing trading and with these higher price stocks, now you're going to get into being able to potentially day trade many of them. So day trading higher price stocks with options is a very, very popular strategy. So we're going to start showing you some of those things. Again, if you haven't taken our courses on our website, you'll see our courses. Here's a few $1,000s worth of courses. But, if you want to start learning more about swing trading and options trading, very simple. Go take our, right here, swing trading course and our options trading course. And then very important, make sure you take our candlesticks course and then advanced candlestick course. Because what's going to happen here is our candlesticks course really focuses in on the major patterns, right? The major patterns, cup and handle, bull flag, bear flag, rising wedge, falling wedge, all that good stuff, right? The advanced candlestick course is really going to focus on reversal patterns, bullish Harami, bearish Harami, 3 inside up, 3 inside down, 3 outside up, 3 outside down, all that kind of stuff, right? That's going to be very important to look at, when doing swing trading. And then when you start looking at the overall markets and stuff, you're going to start seeing things ahead of time that are going to be very good potential warning signs of what's actually happening, right? So give you an example, guys. See, every time I go dark for a minute, I got a cough, right? So I'm trying not to cough in your ear, and then I forget to take it off pause. My point being with these reversals, guys, it's very, very important. So I'm going to show you some stuff here. We're going to look at the futures right now. I'm going to remove some of these lines, kind of show you where things are at, and we're going to just start talking patterns and things to look for, right? So here is the futures, the ES chart right here. You'll see it's kind of in this, it started to kind of come out of this descending triangle. It still has a, it's descending triangle-ish, but it's kind of starting to break out. But you can see it was a descending triangle. It broke out, just to kind of show you guys again, because I like to try to teach you guys this. There was this kind of descending triangle, right? You can see the base right over here. Just give this as an example. It kind of extended down, right? You can see these wicks coming down here. So you can see it was kind of a descending triangle. Then when you zoomed in, you can see a double bottom. You can almost see basically almost like a triple bottom. 1, 2, 3 bottoms. Not exact, but again, that's what we tell you in our courses. Don't get bogged down with all the minutia stuff. You got to see what's actually happening, find the support, find the resistance areas. You can see kind of, again, we'll just call it a double bottom right now, and you'll see what happened is right above here, some people do candle wicks, some people don't. I like to include candle wicks and stuff when doing my support and resistance because you know, traders obey this, right? You can see this is a very important area over here. You can see price started to break out over here, and then it came back and started retesting along the lines here, right? So you can see a double bottom, but you can also zoom in and see now you have a cup and a handle, right? So again, all these things are obeying, you know, previous support and resistance lines. You know, you draw it over here, and then it kind of goes back to previous levels, right? You know, in the past, right? So finding these patterns, but then you want to then zoom in and drill in, right? So over here, when you start drilling in, when you're looking, especially this happens a lot more on the bigger stocks and the major indices and stuff like that, you can start seeing reversal patterns a lot more clearer than you do on these small cap stocks. So that's why we want to make sure that we're starting to get both sides of the fence for you guys. That's awesome to hear, Walt. Thank you. You're welcome, Sam. Appreciate it. Yeah. So again, we know we have lots of swing traders and options traders, and we're trying to help you guys and start teaching you a lot of that stuff as well, right? So when you start zooming in, you can see again the bigger overall pattern, like a big descending triangle, a double bottom, but basically a triple bottom. You can see these bottoms extend, right? And then you see the breakout here on this double bottom, and then you can see cup and handle. Again, if you're listening to what I'm saying and you're like, what the heck is he saying right now? That's why we tell you, and I'm going to say it over again, take our candlestick courses. I'm going to drum it in your head over and over and over until you get sick of hearing me talk about candlesticks. Because if you're new and you try to trade with real money without learning candlesticks, you are going to fail as a trader. You can hate me all you want, and you can think that I'm wrong, and you can think you're going to be the luckiest person on the planet, but you will end up failing as a trader if you do not learn candlesticks. I cannot stress it to you enough that all of this doesn't matter. Day trading doesn't mean crap. Momentum trading doesn't mean crap. Swing trading means nothing. Options trading means nothing. You will fail as a trader if you do not know candlesticks, bottom line, period. And if you see my candlesticks courses, 2 of them, and you're saying, well, geez, that's going to take me lots of hours, maybe a month or 2 to go through it. Well, yeah, it's going to, because candlesticks take a lot of time to learn. You're going to have to study thousands of charts. I get heated saying this stuff because this is the stuff that people are not telling newbie traders, and hence why newbie traders fail. They get caught up in all these stock pumping services and all these trade rooms that tell them to buy a stock, and you know, they're chasing all the time. Meanwhile, they don't know anything about candlesticks, and that's why they don't make it. So my whole point being, that's my rant here. When you start zooming in on something over here like the futures, right, you can start to see, again, the bigger patterns, but then you can see the reversal patterns starting to happen ahead of time. These 2 and 3 candlestick patterns that give you a heads up of what, you know, is potentially going to happen. We always keep these major indices, we keep like a futures chart up all the time because we like to see what the market is doing, because pretty much the majority of stocks run with the market. I don't know exact figure, but 3/4, if not more, of the stocks. If the market's having an up day, the majority of stocks are going to go up with it. If it's having a down day, it's going to go down. And then if it's trading sideways, then you're obviously things get crazy, right? So if you can look at the market when the market's overall is doing overall, you could also then go to major companies like that are on, you know, I have ones of, I created a watch list right here in Thinkorswim of just the Dow, companies on the Dow, right? So all I did is I went to Google, I put in Dow companies, and I just created a watch list of stock companies of the Dow and throw them in here, right? And you can kind of go through here and, you know, whatever, if the market looks like it might be going up or going down, I can pull some stocks over here and see if there's patterns, right? Now, again, when trading and doing swing trading or options trading, you want to find those patterns, right? And then you want to, you know, kind of drill down, and then you got to say, now it's swing trading and stuff like that. It's a whole other world, right? You're basically going in there, and now you got to determine, am I going to trade shares of a stock? Am I going to do options? Am I going to buy a straight call or a put? Am I going to start doing spreads? Am I going to do iron condors? Am I going to do all that good stuff, right? I'm not the most techie guy in the world, right? So there's these option strategies that I don't know what the heck they are, right? But some people do. You know, Dan and Tim are much better at that stuff, right? So I kind of, when I'm showing you guys this, I'm showing you kind of what might look to go up, what, you know, stock might go up or down, but I'm not going to like every time I show you something like you should look into, you know, buying this type of spread and this up. That's, you know, do your own, whatever is best for you. But buying spreads like debit or credit spreads and stuff like that when you're trading options is going to be a lot safer for you than just buying a straight call or a straight put. All right. This whole recap bit, I'm just kind of, I'm trying to teach you guys in this. I don't have a plan. I'm just kind of going off of whatever I'm seeing, and I go on my tangent, right? So my whole point being, going back to what I was saying, is when you start zooming in here, you can start seeing potential reversal patterns, right? Those 2 and 3 candlestick patterns when a stock moves away from the moving average lines, right up here, right up here, right down here, right down here, right? So you can start seeing that these 2 candlesticks. Thank you very much, Muhammad. I appreciate it. These 2 candlesticks patterns, many a times, again, are warning signs or heads up into the 3 candlestick patterns, right? So bullish haramis, bearish haramis, bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, those are, you know, catalyst or I don't know, like they're potential heads up into then going to, let's say, a 3 outside up, a 3 outside down, a 3 inside up, a 3 inside down. So when you start to zoom into these patterns, you can start seeing here in this overall cup and handle pattern right here, you can see right here, here was an evening star pattern right here. So before that evening star pattern happened with that confirmation of that 3rd candle, you could have gotten a heads up right here with this kind of this star pattern right over here, right? So you can see this doji candle right up here was a heads up that if price started to fail over here, it was coming down towards the moving average lines, right? Doesn't mean it's going to fail and keep going down, but if you catch these 2 candlestick patterns, you can then, many of times, predict the 3rd one, and you can day trade. So this is where you can start day trading options. Or stock, if you want to do, you know, higher price stock. You can kind of see these things if you're looking towards the end of a day or looking for a setup. You see a candle like this, you can, you know, start to see, okay, well, if price falls below here, I'll use the top of this candle as my stop, using the moving average lines as where I would cover, right? So this is where, you know, when you're looking at these bigger patterns, you can start day trading them or doing very short-term swing trades, right? You can see this reversal over here. You can see up here. Here was kind of another one very similar to this one right here, another kind of eating star pattern. Sometimes they're not going to be perfect. Sometimes they're going to be like, well, that's, you know, it's not up completely as high as this one. That's okay. Keep an eye on it. You can see like an inverted hammer when price is kind of moving away from these moving average lines, and you can kind of start to see when price falls below here, take it a short down using a close up here as a stop. Same thing down here. Now a morning star type of pattern. You can see it one right over here, right? Right here, you can see it's kind of falling, kind of had this hammer down here, and this turned into like a morning star pattern, almost like in a 3 inside up pattern. This is almost kind of inside here, so you can kind of call it a what do I say, a bit bullish harami-ish, right? So this candle is kind of inside this candle, but it's also kind of below. My whole point being is don't bog yourself down. Look for the reversals and what they're actually happening, right? And you start to see these charts, you can see these reversals happening all over, up here, down here, down here, up here, evening star pattern, right? Kind of another, not, you know, this can, you can call it a 3 inside up. Sometimes 3 inside ups look like a morning star pattern and stuff like that. Again, don't bog yourself down, but you got to zoom in, right? Zoom in to all these things right here, and you start seeing these patterns over and over and over. Reversal pattern, right? So this is what we want to kind of teach you guys is if you see the markets like this, you can kind of zone in, you know, again, you know, if you're looking to scalp, do a quick day trade or hold, you know, if you got in a position like, let's say if you saw this coming over here and it happened like right at the end of the day, like right now, let's say these candlesticks didn't happen, you just see this right here, you're thinking, oh, this might pull back to the 9 EMA. Maybe you buy a straight call or a straight put on it for a day that you're going to sell tomorrow because you anticipate this move using a stop over here, right? Or if you're doing spreads, obviously give yourself enough time and all that good stuff. But this is where I kind of want to show you guys is looking these bigger patterns and then drilling in and seeing what happens, what's happening right now. Right now you can see a cup and you got this handle right here. It's trading right along this previous resistance line right here. It broke out, came back down, failed, went back up. Now it's trading sideways. And now you kind of have this, this handle formation forming. And you can kind of draw these trend lines and stuff like this, right? Kind of go over here and maybe like, yeah, actually these lines right here are kind of looking like the handle right here. So now you want to see it ideally hold above this line here and break out. So again, you can have a bigger overall bearish pattern and then zooming in and seeing bullish patterns. Awesome, Christina. Hopefully it's helping you guys, or helping you. When I say guys, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything. I also mean girls, so hope nobody gets offended. So again, all about finding these these patterns, right? So I just kind of run on a rant of just technical analysis. I want to show you guys this. Sometimes I'll make them longer, sometimes I'll make them shorter, but this is just for the markets right now. And I want to show you guys, this is the stuff we're going to try to start teaching you and showing you guys, even during like live market hours. We're trying to we have many different diverse crowds, some day traders, some swing traders, and we're trying to kind of make everybody happy, right? And you're going to see on these bigger stocks, these patterns much better, right? So these are going to be some of the things that we start to zone in on more and really show you. When you see these small cap stocks under $10, especially ones like under $5 or so, sometimes it's harder to find a lot of these bigger patterns and bigger overall patterns and the reversal patterns because many of them, they just pump and then they dump, right? So that's where, again, many different ways to trade. So this is the futures here today. We'll take a look at Bison. Bison was one Dan was talking about in the trade room, the trend line master, right? Follow the trend line, Dan, the trend line master. I'm never going to let him live that down. So you can see right here, this kind of had a top right here. You can kind of move it down here as well. Again, be aware of these areas, but you can kind of see there was you can look at this and you can say, well, what am I looking at here, right? Before this broke out, you can see there was, let me just do this. 1, 2. So you can see definitely a double bottom right here. You can see there's also kind of a third bottom over here, right? So kind of a triple bottom, right? Again, don't bog yourself down. You can be like, well, that's definitely a double bottom, but I don't know if that's a triple bottom. Okay, well, that's fine. Who cares? Look at what it's telling you. It's found support, right? So you can see it's starting to find support in these levels over in here, right? So now you got to find resistance right here. It's kind of trading in this channel, and all of a sudden price broke out today, right? So now you would say like, well, again, this is a little tricky. So this one, if I didn't see this green candle here today, then you got to say, okay, well, I want to find confirmation when price breaks above this candle here, then I might look for entry because maybe it's holding support here, but it's still, below the moving average lines. This one just broke out, right? Sometimes these patterns are like it's trading sideways. You might miss it, right? But you might miss it at the end of the day. But that's why we love Trade Ideas, because Trade Ideas never misses anything. This freaking Trade Ideas is incredible. It picks up everything. So now what you would do if you looked at a stock like this, now you have those support resistance levels. Now you want to drill in and see what's happening, right? So you can go to a 5-minute chart over here, just kind of slow it down a little bit. And you can see that pre-market high was right over there, right? That $48 marker right here. So it kind of went up, pulled back to the moving average lines, formed this kind of cut pattern, and then bam, this thing broke out. Now, it can be very, very risky. So this 5-minute one, it went super parabolic quickly. So, technically how you can trade these stocks, when a stock breaks above a 5-minute candle, you could use the below that candle as a stop. The only thing risky on something like this, $47 up to $50, $59, that's kind of really big risk management. Ideally, you want to use smaller candles, right? So if this is a 15-minute. Okay, cool. Let me pull up a 5-minute. Nice. I was looking at. All right, so this is a little bit better. Still kind of $49 down to $47. It's still a $2 risk management. So you want to be careful. You want to seize it. You can see one 5-minute to 2 5-minute candles. And then you can see this, like, it kind of pulled back, right? A bull flag. You want to start looking in. If you missed, obviously, this move up here, you watch for this little pullback. And if when the stock broke above this little red doji candle above here, you could have gotten an entry and then used the below this candle right here as your stop. And then now you got to, now this is where, again, this is why we don't call out entries or exits and all that kind of stuff, because now like, this is up to you. We're always about telling people, take your profits, right? Not get too greedy. Sometimes you're going to sell early. Sometimes you're going to sell too late. Again, everybody's what they want to do for profit taking level is going to be different, right? But if you got into the break of this bull flag right over here, you could use the stop, a close below this, right? Many times the stock will fall back down below this and pop right back up. You'd use, again, this bull flag here, a break above here, that red candle, using a close below this 5-minute candle. And then technically, you could do the ride the 9 strategy if you wanted on a 5-minute that Dan suggests, where you start getting a close below the 9 EMA on a 5-minute. So right here, 50.44 up to 52.65, you know, that's a $2 move. If you just wanted to play the moving average lines, right? But you saw there was lots of warning signs up over here that would have told you, take profit, it's coming back down. But if you wanted to just slow it down and just say, hey, you know, get in the break of this bull flag, I'll stop out if I get a close below here, and then I'll take profit when I start getting a close below the 9 EMA. That's up to you. So again, if you took profit over here at 52.67, you missed an extra $1 up here when price was super overextended. That was your warning sign. You had one pullback, 2 pullbacks. After 2 pullbacks, you got to be very careful. This is your warning sign. And what did it do? It fell, right? So many times stocks will fall after 2 pullbacks. So this is what you'd look for like on a stock like Bison. It took off after it broke pre-market highs, which is at 48, whatever the heck this is, 48.04, which then showed price was starting to get above this 9 EMA. Then it took off, and then you have these resistance levels, 51.15 to $52, and you can see it went back up. And then what did it do? Up here, comes right back down, and what does it do? Bam! Touches 52.31, whatever the heck that is. What did it do? It came back and it touched right here. Stock broke out of resistance, comes back down, retest, hits support. What did it do? I wasn't watching this one today, but tested it, it held, went back up, comes back down, tested it, goes back up, tested it again. It's confirming support. What did it do? It fails support, bounces off VWAP. I have no clue what the rest, I can see over here. Probably ended up doing pretty good. Or did it? We'll see. Hold on. Starts going right here, bouncing off VWAP, failing, getting messing around, right? Now you can see a high a day was over here, 53.90, right over here. What did it do for the rest of the day? Comes back down. Now it's near high of day. Now it's trading in this channel over here, right? So it gets very risky trading something like this. When it's in this like trading sideways kind of zone, it gets really kind of messy. Again, you can drill into a 1-minute chart on something like this and start scalping it. But if you want to be like safer, you want to find these patterns, right? Find this, you know, breakout above P-market high, wait for the pullback. Now you have your bull flag, get in a break above it, a close below this candlestick as your stop, ride up. If you miss that entry, you have a second entry over here, bull flag over here, break. You could have gotten in a break of this kind of doji candle at 52.77, use a stop below this candle, and then took profit up here. And then, you know, again, you know, this is where you're already buying the stock overextended on the second pullback. You got to make sure you're taking your profits, right? That tweezer top was a reversal sign. Let me see. Over here? Or which one are you talking about? Let me see. This one right here? Or this is close to a this is close to a tweezer top here. I usually consider, I mean, if you want to call that, I don't know if you're calling that a tweezer top. I don't know if that's technically one. It's still, usually it's 2 candles in a row, but I mean, here's all your spinning top candles right here. This candle couldn't break above that one. So yeah, it's a big warning sign. You have 4 spinning top candles that are telling you, warning, warning, warning. If you didn't heed that warning, it's giving you some more warnings down here. You know, look out. First pullback, second pullback, gets all messy. And now, where's the pattern? It's a lot more difficult to trade that, right? So that's like your swing trade. It's easier. You want to end up finding the patterns. Patterns are super important. Wow. I thought I was only going to do a 20 or 30 minute video here, and I'm still giving to you guys. So let me give you a few more minutes. All right. So that was Bison. Let's take a look at, let's see if any of the other ones went off today. 2 of them didn't go off. Let's look at ANF, Abercrombie and Fitch. I have a love-hate relationship with that company. Sometimes I love that company, sometimes I don't. Abercrombie and Fitch, I had at or above 27.15. You can see with this one here today, it kind of was a, what did it do? Didn't do much of anything. It went up. Where is that line? 27. Where the heck is it? Oh, it's down over. Where did I have it? 27.15. It's right around right here, the top, like this candle close right over here. Previous close. So basically, yeah, there it is. Previous close right here. So what did it do? It smacked up, went back down, didn't do much of anything. So you can see, I wanted to see it to get above that and continue upwards, right? It's kind of forming a cup pattern here. Might be doing a handle. So stock breaks out of this triangle. Many a times it retests. So it went up, false breakout. That's what we tell you guys. Don't trade something just because an alert goes off. You got to find the right setup. This one had a great alert, went off, boom, smack back down. That's not telling you to trade it. It's got to get above, you know, this area here, that 27.32 area. It needs to kind of go and continue up, maybe form that cup, and you ideally want it to continue upwards. So this one was a fake out today, right? So right now, you got to be very careful. That's a warning, you know, doji candle. Now you want to see it. You can see kind of a 9 and a 20 crossover. So if this one's to continue, you know, see if it forms this cup. If there's a handle here, it stays outside of the triangle and then busts out of it and continues up. And then look up here, $29 resistance. Right now, it's not looking so hot. It's kind of got like a descending triangle intraday. Kind of see like this over here. All right, kind of like this. Dang, took a tool. Let's see. Kind of has a descending triangle. Not looking so hot. So, doesn't mean it can't be good with that doji. It's not looking so good right now. False breakout. Didn't do much of anything. Let's take a look at, what the heck? There we go. Square. What did I have for Square? At or above 56.59, right? 56.59. So, we had that. Let me go and put, let me just put that line. 56.59 was this candle right here. I wanted to see it continue above this candle. This is the previous day's close right over here. You can see it's kind of a double bottom pattern or kind of a cup, and you got this kind of like a cup and a handle-ish pattern. These patterns are very difficult to trade. But I was saying if it got above this candle, it had some potential room to run up here. But now it's kind of in this choppy like phase right here. It went up and it broke down. So you can see it went above 56.59, but it was very choppy, right? It was hard to trade this one. You can see it messy in the bottom here, close right up here. Then you have these high wave candles, right? Geez, I can't say that one. these high wave candles here. So the pattern was messy. So technically, if you want to say 56.59, it did go up to 57.19, but the pattern sucked on it, right? It was hard. How do you trade this thing? The patterns aren't there. So that's why we say when an alert goes off, don't trade it unless you have a good pattern. The pattern is terrible on that. You couldn't trade it. Just way too difficult, too choppy, too messy. Bison, again, I'm going to go back to that. Bison had a pattern, a bull flag, first and second pullback, sell off, then trading in the channel, very difficult to trade. Abercrombie and Fitch, again, went up, pumped, then it dumped. Can't trade that unless you're trading it really, really quickly. Square, again, it went up, pattern was messy, was a bit of a garbage, right? Can't trade that. TER at or above 37.56. So here you go. 37.56 was basically this marker right here. And again, price is in the gap. So now it's in the gap. Now you have this doji candle. It's kind of bouncing around. What did it do? It went up, and then it didn't do much of anything the rest of the day. This was not one to really, it was sloppy, you know? So this is where if you're just buying a straight call or a straight put, this is where it gets kind of hairy, right? If you don't have a spread or anything going on, you're straight call or straight put, you buy it at the break and you're like, oh crap, I just got in on this, and now this is going to make you want to vomit for a while, right? All the volatility, it's going to, it's going to mess with you, right? But right here, there's not a good setup. You had this kind of almost this pattern, this pennant pattern right over here, but it didn't break out. It just failed, and it was crappy the rest of the day. So these alerts suck today for the swing trade. They were terrible. Doesn't mean they can't go up, but this is swing trading, right? You might have a few on there and one goes, or you can keep these on a list. Maybe this will be good towards next week, or maybe they won't, right? You got to watch these, just like the day trading watch list. Some of them will go off really good and other ones are not, that's trading. You can't predict perfect. That's why we tell people, for crying out loud, if you're going and trying to buy somebody's alert services that's going to tell you when to get in and out of a trade, we try to tell people statistically, the best traders in the world fail 35-40% of the time. So if the best fail 35 to 40% of the time, and then you're going to buy their alert service and they're going to tell you when to enter and exit the trade, and they have hundreds, if not 1,000 plus followers, what do you think your ratio is going to be for success on their alerts? Not going to be as good as the one or the guru calling out the trades. It's going to be a lot less than that. So you might be lucky if you get a 50% success ratio. Now you're chasing everybody in and out of that alert. Now you got to say to yourself, well, what happens if somebody, something like this, false breakout, they told you to get in, now it's teetering, now they're calling out the sell order. What if you called out sick that day at work? What if you're at the water cooler? What if you're getting reprimanded by your boss? What if you're stuck in the bathroom, you have a stomach ache? All of those things, someone calls out the sell order, it's texted and emailed to you, you're at lunch, you can't get out of the trade by the time you get back, now you're just, it's going against you, all right? That's what happens with people that call out trade alerts. You as the end user, it's called laziness. If you want somebody to call out trades to you, I'm sorry, you're being lazy, because you're going to fail as a trader that way because you don't know support and resistance. You're relying on somebody else to call it out to you. And for those of you that might be listening to me, think I'm full of crap, or you're getting mad at me, or it's the truth, right? What I'm telling you is the truth. If you don't know how to trade yourself, if you don't know how to get in and out of positions yourself, if you don't study your butts off for a couple hours every single day for months and look at thousands upon thousands of charts, you're going to fail as a trader. Simply, pure and true, that is the truth. Because statistically, over 90% of traders fail. I'm not trying to tell you guys not to trade. I'm just trying to tell you like it is. As you can see here, 3 of these alerts, they sucked. If some trade alert called out, some service called this out to you, and you didn't get out in time, or you didn't buy a spread or XYZ, you're getting burnt. There we go. I'm all fired up now. KEM, this is my last one I'll look at over here. At or above 2118. Oh, wait. Was that 2118? Yeah. So look at this one. Okay, this one didn't get active, right? Cool. Because this one ain't looking too good. So again, patterns, right? Right up here, right up against the gap, guys. Here you go. Right up against the gap. What did it do? It went up in the pre-market and then it just took a dump. It did nothing. It sucked. Trade alert sucked this today. Well, what am I going to tell you? You know, this is what happens. So this is why you have to know how to trade yourself. Whew. Carve was great today. Let's take a look at Besom was good, so we'll take a look at Carve. Carve. There we go. Wow. Goodness gracious. This is a pumper, huh? Pump and dump, pump and dump. I wouldn't necessarily call this a swing. I would call this a trade ideas pump and dump. All right? Pumped right up. Bam. Look at this history. Pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump. And then it'll probably at some point dump. But newbies, you got to be careful up here, right? A stock goes from $3 to $12 in a day. You know, after it's doing nothing forever, and you got a history of it. Let's see over here. Look at this. Pumped up to 18 bucks, dumped. Pumped up to 18 bucks again, dumped. Pumped up to 12. Maybe it'll go back up to 15 or 18 bucks, and then it'll probably trap some newbies and then dump again and leave you bag holding. That's why you got to be very careful with these pump and dumps. That's awesome, Walt. Great job. Yeah, trading sectors, all that good stuff. It's very smart. You know, ride, gold when gold gets hot, or ride oil when oil gets hot, or, biotechs if they're going, hot, or just whatever sector, right? Again, that's why I do a little watch list over here, throw in some ones for, with the Dow, and you can pull them up, see these patterns like, Walmart. Let's see what the heck Walmart's doing, right? You can find these triangles, these trend lines, and all that good stuff. And just kind of zoom in, right? That's kind of, that's Walmart. No, Waste Management, not Walmart. You can see this one right here. It's kind of like in this, like, kind of like a somewhat of a descending triangle, right? Look, it's kind of like it's slanting downwards right here. Find these trend lines, find these support, find these resistance. Look what's happening. Watch what's going on overall. Sometimes you'll find the patterns. Sometimes they get a little bit messy, right? But it's all about finding the support and resistance and all that good stuff. Yep, trap newbies. That's exactly what it is, guys. Right? It's exactly what it is. We're not saying we're better than everybody else, guys, but what you're going to find with us that you're not going to find most places that I can guarantee you of is brutal honesty. It's not in our best interest, if we're trying to sell people on a service, to tell people, the majority of the people listening, that, hey, I guarantee right now, over 90% of the people watching this video right now are going to fail as a trader. Right? That's the truth. I wish it was better, but we'd rather tell you guys that and pound it in your head, the truth of it, so that ideally, hopefully you'll make money and you won't be the statistic. But in the end, if it means you save your brokerage account, then that makes us happy, right? We'd rather you, protect yourself and save your money than lose it all. So that's what we got, guys. So this is kind of just a recap of today. I'm going to just kind of mix it up for you guys. I kind of don't really... I'm not a PowerPoint guy and XYZ. I go with how I feel that day. Some people like to stay and listen. Some people get annoyed and leave. If you want somebody more consistent and XYZ, listen to Dan's videos. Dan's really good. He's a trend line master, right? These trend lines, I'm learning how to do them. Dan taught me because Dan's the man. He's a trend line master, right, Dan? So, all right, so that was it. Kind of just show you guys a recap. Again, I'm not building the watch list. I'm mixing it up. Again, showing you guys some of this stuff. We just kind of mix it all up and around, all that good stuff. Again, if you're like, wow, I want to see a watch list video. Well, if you want to see a watch list video, you Here, have some fun. There's watch this videos. All these ones will keep you busy for hours. So we're trying to have something for everybody. Day trade room, show you live screen sharing. A day or two a week, we'll probably switch it up, do some swing trading. Watch list, you can see how we build them over here. So if you see the progression of what we're teaching you guys and you're very, very, if you're paying attention, you can watch how we are doing our watch list videos. Then in the morning, you can see how we trade the watch list. And then when we do market recaps, you can see how to trade. You see what we're doing, guys? Showing you how to build your watch list, showing you how to trade them during live market hours, and then showing you a recap of how you would have traded them on something you missed or the patterns, right? We're walking you through the progression of trading. I hope you are paying attention. This is going to take you every single day, studying for a couple hours every single day for months. It's going to take you going in and making hundreds of practice trades. Other trading services can't really come out and tell you that because you're on the hook for $150, $200, $300 a month for many of these services. So they're going to tell you, you know, if you're going to go join somebody at $200 a month and then pay them $2,000, $3,000 for their courses and then hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for coaching. And then they're going to tell you, hey, by the way, you're going to make hundreds of practice trades over the course of 6 months. And by the way, you're pretty much going to fail anyway. I mean, you know, that's not going to be very encouraging for your success, right? But that's the truth. It's the truth. So we're trying to do things a little bit differently for you guys, teach you guys, make it more economical. You know, someday we may raise prices. If we do raise prices, we probably won't make it as much as everybody else. And then we'll take care of those who've been following us all along. So, can you explain how you set up TOS to draw those lines so quickly? Do you use hotkeys? Click on the mouse for scrolling down. Yeah, let me show you here. So here's how I draw these lines right over here. So if you look at drawing tools, I click on drawings, I go to drawing tools. There's the line, which is what you see over here, the horizontal lines. And then there's the dollar sign for the vertical signs, right? Vertical. So let me just do that again. This dollar sign is vertical resistance. See this? I'm just clicking. I'm left clicking with my mouse and just drawing these lines, right? If you want to change what these lines look like, you right click on it, click edit properties, and then see this extension on. That's why my lines go across the screen like this, both ways, to the left and to the right. If I turn them off, it won't. Then I can come down to color and I can change it to whatever the heck color I want. Under style, I can change it to regular, dotted, or over here, and then I can change the width over here. Always make sure you click save as default, so it'll save, and then okay, and there you go. That's for my horizontal lines. My vertical lines, I go up to here to drawing tools, click this side arrow, and then I kind of just like this, right? Go back and forth to the side, right? Over here to the side. So vertical and horizontal support and resistance, right click on it, click edit properties, extension on or off, depending on what you like, change the color, change the style and the width, save as default. Okay. Does that help you guys? No, I don't. No hotkeys for that. Does that help you? Does that help you, Peaceful Chaos? Hopefully that helped you with the drawings. Dang, I was trying to get a nap in here. I'm going to try and get a nap out of this video. I get a rush making the videos, and then I get spent afterwards. That helped you? Okay, cool. If not, I'm going to post this. This will be on our YouTube. It'll be updated. It takes about an hour for YouTube to update it. We love YouTube. YouTube's great. YouTube, if you're listening, we really love you. We like to use you all the time. We'll continue to use you. Gotta love AI, guys, right? You never know who's listening right now. But we do love YouTube. We love them so much. There we go. So that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully this video helped you guys. We're going to do again, mix it up. Lots of good stuff for you guys. Again, we're just 3 dudes trying to help you guys out, trying to grow as a community. We always have our eyes and ears open for people that have the same vision as us, that want to give back. As you'll see, again, we're not making ourselves the focus. You'll see in the trade room, there's other people that are talking with a red name next to theirs that aren't just our names, because it's not about us. It's not about Tim, Dan, or Marcel, and me. It's about our community and growing. We have a big vision for it, for our community. It's either going to happen, you know, it's going great, it's going wonderful. It'll either go and expand bigger, or it'll stay the same, or whatever. Who the heck knows, right? But my point being is, there's people that we always keep our eyes open, right? If somebody brings skills or things to the table, we don't care if you're a man, woman, black, white, red, purple, whatever. We don't care, right? If you have something to give back and help the community, we keep our eyes open, and we will reward those that are trying to reward and help others. So that's it. That's our mission. That's what we're doing. We kind of just go day by day and try to help you guys as we go along. So that being said, for those of you guys, if you guys are YouTube stalkers, you're still trying to get everything for free, well, here you go. You'll have a bunch free over here. If you're sick and tired of watching an hour and a half or 2-hour videos, you know, and you're not paying already, pay freaking $10, guys. We're only $10. And by the way, which is cool, what we're going to do for you guys now, I made this change today while Dan was killing it as the trendline master. Guys, we did a, where is it now? What the heck? Hold on a second. Here we go. On our website here, we now opened up our stock watch list over here. They're not going to be private. We're going to make them public. And what we're going to be doing, I'm doing some updates on here. We're now going to, we're going to end up having our, you'll see some changes over here in a week or two, but we're going to basically put our swing trade and our day trade watches. So now for you freebies that want to get everything for free, guess what? We're going to give you a swing trade watch list for free now. Don't worry for those that are paid and saying, hey, why are you giving newbies free stuff? They're not going to get our alerts. So if you want our alerts, you're going to have to pay and stop being cheap. It's only $10 a month, right? So basically what you're going to see is our daily and our swing trade watch list, and you're going to have all these alerts over here. We're going to email these alerts out each night. But each day, because there's some people that say, well, hey, I get your email, but the picture's too small. I can't see them. Well, good news. Here you go. Go to our website, and you can get big pictures, and we'll make them look a little bit nicer here in the next couple weeks. So we're going to have this together, bigger watch list. If you're a freebie, you want to know how they work, here you go. You'll have a daily and a swing trade watch list, and then it'll be over here. You can go to our website every day, and we'll start posting them. Dan's doing the watch list tonight, and he's dyslexic, so I probably bet money he's not going to up the site tonight. Whatever. It's okay, guys. I'll do it when I get back to it. So it's not fun. In fairness, it is kind of a pain in the butt to upload the pictures each day, but I'm going to make it easier. It'll be done probably by next week. It'll look a little bit cleaner, but good news for everybody watching this. You'll be able to come over here and get our watch list over here, right by under alert, stock watch list. It'll be a public page. And for you freebies that I want everybody for free, you can get our daily and our watch list for free. And then, yeah, you can pirate it out and send it to everybody on the planet. That's fine. We get it. So here we go. Day trade, swing trade room. Again, we are doing our live, screen shares each day. We are doing on YouTube. Yes, there's about a 10-second delay. Yes, we know some of you don't like it. For now, too bad. We'll eventually change it. Guys, we're giving you everything possible. We'll take care of those, you guys. We'll end up fixing it at some point. We might do it a little bit differently. I'm a marketing guy. I'll tell you how it is. I get more people to come join our community going on YouTube. So read between the lines. Eventually, what we actually might do, we might do a join.me and a YouTube and do it simultaneously. But again, guys, we do turn off the chat feature in the trade room, and we only keep it open to those that are in our chat room. So if you watch our chat room in the morning on YouTube, you'll be like, I can't chat in there. Well, of course. No, you can't. Because our chatting is over in here in our trade room. We're only $10, guys. $10. $10. I'm going to say it again. We're the cost of less than... I don't even know if you can get a 2 cheeseburger value meal at McDonald's anymore. A 2 cheeseburger value meal, large, with a Coke. I think that was in the $9 and something cent range last time I got it, and it was terrible. McDonald's, man, I asked for off the broiler, and they still gave it to me not off the broiler. It was garbage. So almost for the cost of that. That's how much we cost for everything I just showed you. I meant to do this for 20 minutes. It's now an hour. I gave you gold in this, not trying to be cocky, but bottom line, guys, we know what people are offering. Watch it. There's so much you can learn. Pay attention to these streams and everything we give you guys. We can't give anything more away for you guys. We're giving the limit, right? All this stuff in our courses, all this good stuff. Subscribe right over here. We are $10 a month. What's up, Jack? Still less than a good beer. Yeah, right? Speaking of which, yeah, go to New York City and order a beer. It'll probably cost about $10 unless you're getting happy hour somewhere. Go out on a Friday or Saturday night. It's going to cost you probably over $10. There you go. Cost of one beer in New York City on a Friday or Saturday night. That's good. I might use that. I like that. I like that, Peaceful Chaos. I think I might do a meme on that. Dan, get your meme creator up and running. Do that. Or the cost of one good beer on a Friday night in New York City. All right, guys. That's what I got for you guys. Have a great day. I'm going to do the live market tomorrow. And I will attempt to live in the Trendline Master Dan's shadow. Enjoy, guys. Have a good night.